Right now is kind of a weird time to be a Yu-Gi-Oh player. There aren't a lot of events for the next couple months here, but there are still sets coming out, including Dual Overload, one of the most hyped sets of 2020. So even though this is coming out at a very, very weird time in Yu-Gi-Oh's history, where we don't really know what's going to happen next, this set is still really, really selling well. I mean, I see tons of people buying the cards from this already. You know, we had it on pre-order for a couple weeks on TCU Player, and right now people are still like really excited for Dual Overload. Yu-Gi-Oh! Eventually will have tournaments again, and when that happens, these cards are going to be a big deal. Some might even say these cards are going to change Yu-Gi-Oh! Forever. I think most people would actually, just because there are so many crazy cards in the set. I know I did one video that was talking about the top 10 reprints of this set, but there's like so many new cards as well. All the new Link monsters, not all of them, but a lot of them. You know, you have the Needle Fiber card, which I don't know the new name. We can try to pronounce it if we pull it, I guess, just for fun. You also have the Predoplant card that's like really, really good, and Anaconda, which is really fantastic. You have Union Carrier, you have the Simorgh Link monster. There just are so many fantastic cards in this set, and I bought 2 of them to open in today's video, so hopefully you guys can sort of join me on this journey and we can open some of these Dual Overload cards. So if you haven't opened one of these, so all the packs have different card artworks on them, which is pretty cool. And then they give you this oversized manga card, which is pretty nice as well. The one that I would really want to pull, and I think there's 4, or there's 6? I think there's 4. The one that I want to pull the most, though, is the tour guide from the Underworld. What is this setup? Oh, okay, I see. So we have, oh nice, Stardust Dragon. So I don't have a ton of room for this, but you can see it's like a physical, I mean obviously you can't use this because it's huge, but also it's the physical equivalent of like what cards look like in the manga. Actually Cyber Dragon Infinity looks really cool as well, because that one is the only Xyz monster, so hopefully we can pull that one out of the next box. But let's just go through this first box and then we can get to the next one as well. So this is kind of like, not so much, there's so many like dual sets these days. There's like Dual Power and Dual Devastator and all those, but it is most equivalent to Dual Power, which was released about a year ago. Had a lot of great reprints, and actually this one has some of the same reprints from that set, which is kind of funny as well. But we'll take a look here. There's just like a lot of cards that I want to pull, so I might stop a few times and we can talk about which cards I'm excited about. But the tour guide alternate artwork is like at the top of my list, as well as any of the new Link monsters. First off, we have Phantasm Emperor Trilog Jig or whatever. So this card's actually going to be good in Sacred Beast, or at least that's what it's meant for. A lot of people thought that the Sacred Beast structure deck was going to have this as a new card, but it actually is getting printed in Dual Overload, so it's not quite a new card in that structure deck or whatever, but still pretty cool to have. We have a Reptilian thing. Okay, cool. Oh, nice. Selene, Queen of the Master Magicians. Very, very good card just in general, but especially in Pendulum decks. I know a lot of Pendulum players are very excited for Selene, so that's a really cool pull. And then we have, whatever, I'm not even trying to pronounce that, but okay, a trap card. In DDD Abyss King. Oh, nice. Gilgamesh. That's a really cool card as well. Actually gives you like a pretty huge upswing in card advantage when you summon that guy. All right. Next up, yeah, the Needle Fiber name change, not too thrilled about. We'll have to see. I've seen some people try to pronounce it, so maybe it actually isn't that bad, but you just got to sound it out syllable by syllable and go through it. Cubic Casualty, okay. Firebrand Hymnist, I don't even know what that is. There's also a couple new TC exclusive cards in here. There's only 3 of them. If we pull one of those, I'll shout those out. Skyscraper Ace Kagari. So Skyscrapers are in the best spot right now, as I mentioned actually just in like yesterday's video, or not yesterday's video, but the last video we posted. And but this is actually really cool. It's one of the 4 alternate artwork cards. So there's this one, and Cyber Dragon Infinity, and Tour Guide, and then one last one that I can't seem to remember at this exact moment, but I'm sure I'll remember it eventually. Ojama Emperor, nice, and Magic Formula. Pretty cool there. Oh, it's Chaos Dragon Levianeer. Okay, good. It didn't even take me one whole pack to remember what it was. Yeah, Chaos Dragon Levianeer is the last one. So you have 1 Link monster, 1 Xyz monster, and then 2 effect monsters. Witchcrafter Madame Vere. That's a pretty cool reprint. That was kind of pricey. This card and the Witchcrafter Creation are both in this set, both of which were pretty pricey cards, short printed from the set that they came out of. Compulse, pretty cool. Trap Tricks, whatever. This is one of the new cards. It gets you 2 whole trap cards, which is pretty, not, well, two, not whole with a W, whole with an H. Anyway, you guys get it, but that's one of the new cards. Bloom Harmonious, the Melodious Composer. Okay, and then Malefic Paradox Gears. So we have a couple Malefic cards. I remember reviewing those a long time ago, if you guys want to go watch those videos, but I haven't looked at them in quite a while, actually. But I remember when those were coming out, it was kind of similar to like when the Sacred Beast support was coming out, where it's like, okay, are these actually good enough to make this archetype good, or are they not enough? But we'll have to wait and see. Another Malefic card, Malefic Territory. Super Vehicle Roid Stealth Union. If you guys remember, this card actually, I don't know how many reprints it had. It might actually have 0, but I pulled it might have 1. I'm not entirely sure, but I pulled the secret rare, the first version of this card, out of my Gladiator Assault Special Edition, which is worth like $20, which is crazy. Oh, another great reprint, Madolche Pudding Cess Chocolate a la Mode. Fantastic. We also have, what's the other? Oh, Magdalene's in this set as well. Another Malefic Paradise Gear, another Ojama Emperor. A couple people pointed out that with the Madolche cards being reprinted, all it did was make the expensive Madolches like switch. So it used to be Magdalene and like this card really expensive, but now it's Hootcake and Angeli are really expensive. So maybe in another set, I'm not sure really where, maybe like a Battles of Legend or something, we can get those other Madolche reprints. People really seem to like that deck a lot. It's a pretty big fan favorite. We have Cybernetic Overflow. Fantastic reprint. I was asking for this actually because it's this card has not seen a holographic reprint ever. It has 2 different common prints, so that's pretty cool. Last Word from Another Planet, fantastic as well. I think I mentioned this card only has 2 printings prior to this, one from like 2003, one from 2005, so like 15 years old is the most recent copy of this you can get. Union Carrier, well, this pack's insane. Union Carrier is probably going to change the game, maybe even more than Needle Fiber. We'll have to wait and see. Needle Fiber is still going to be very good, but a lot of the discussions I've seen from this set recently have been about Union Carrier specifically. It's just super, super powerful. Does a lot of different degenerate things, so it's pretty crazy. Malefic Divide, and then a Sarvius or whatever, Sarvis, the Ancient and Ascended. Pretty funny little hand trap there that used to get played in a couple different Sekka's Lights decks, but not so much anymore probably. Not that there's a lot of Sekka's Light decks around just in general, but I don't think people just play that card at all. But it was played a couple times. Then we have Enma's Judgment. Okay, oops. Deck Lockdown, pretty cool ultra printing. Another Kagari, okay, it would be cool to pull a 2 out. What the heck? Speedroid Hexasaucer, okay. And another Magic Formula. Magic Formula, just like the Super Vehicle Roid, is actually another one of those cards that has a very, very expensive secret rare printing from way back in the day. Just put these aside because we got to open the next box. So that was pretty good. Obviously, I don't know. It's not quite to the point where you're going to like make your money back on every single box like maybe some people were expecting. I think people tend to look at like the really good cards in the set, you know, and Permanence and Phantasme and Sign Up Mining and all these expensive Link monsters like Needle Fiber, like Anaconda, like those cards. And even Union Carrier is like pretty well priced. I think it's like $13 something, which is good for budget players. But I think that it's still going to be pretty hard to make your money back on this set if you're just buying boxes and stuff. I've watched a couple openings of this set, not really a ton of them because it's still pretty early. Well, I guess by the time this goes up, you know, people will have already posted a lot of openings. But when I was watching last night, there weren't a lot of them up yet. So I've only watched a couple of them, and it looks like people are not pulling the super crazy cards as often as they might want. All right, let's take a look here. And, oh, cool, the Dark Magicians. So we have this card, Stardust, Infinity, and then a Tour Guide, which is pretty cool. These look really, really nice. You know, I know fans of the manga are going to be pretty excited to have sort of physical versions of the cards from that, which is really cool. Tell me something we have not seen in a while. You know, we have so many different oversized printings of, like, Blue Eyes and Dark Magician. You know, I have, like, so many of those myself as well, just from buying, like, I think they came in, like, a starter deck special edition thing. But having these is like really unique, something we've never seen before, so it's kind of cool to have. Anyway, let's get through these packs and see if we can pull something good. Maybe something even better than Union Carrier would be pretty nice. You know, like I said, it's kind of hard to pull the good stuff out of here because there's so many cards, but maybe we can get lucky. We have Mystical Space Typhoon. Okay. We have this rank 4 train card, or I guess not a train. Is it a train? Let's see. It's a Dreadnought. Is this considered a train card? It's a boat, so probably not. Oh, we have the Tenyi Link 4 monster. Oh my gosh, this card's pretty cool as well. We got this umbrella thing and what is it? What is this? Oh, that's the Buster Dragon, or not Buster Dragon, Buster Blader Link monster. It's like, what the heck is that? But yeah, Buster. I don't know if this card's gonna be played, but with Union Carrier, that card can actually equip one of the Buster Whelps. I don't know. I think it's Buster Whelp Destruction Swordsman or something from your deck to a dark or a dragon, or is it dark or warrior? No, dark or dragon, I think. I'm trying to think what the type of that card is. I know it's dark, but I don't know if it's a dragon or a warrior, but then you can just lock your opponent out of the extra deck. Pretty cool stuff. Well, cool being relative, you know, not cool to have it done against you, but pretty cool to do to your opponent, I guess. Abyss Actor, Herald of Mirage Lights, another of the Trap Tricks, new card. Chaos Goddess, pretty cool old school secret rare, that was really expensive back in the day. Malefic Tune. Chaos Goddess. I don't know how many reprints it has. I feel like it has one, like the 5Ds Legendary Collection. I'm pretty sure that might be it. We'll have to see, though. All right, Speedroid Marble Machine, a couple Speedroids in the set. Blackwing Zephyros, really good with the Raid Raptor Link Monster, now one of the fantastic Link Monsters. We have a Celestial Night Lord Parshath. Okie dokie. Swap Frog, nice, nice. For those of you that cannot afford the Ultimate Rare version, which is perfectly fine because that version is super expensive, you now have a budget version of the card in holographic foiling. And we have a Frightfur card. This card is really scary, and I don't really know what it has to do with Frightfurs. I looked at it on stream, and I was like, I don't know about that card, but I guess we pulled it, so we can pull it. We can play it in our Frightfur deck if we ever go to a tournament ever again. No, it sounds like some locals are still open, but pretty much all regionals and YCSers are canceled through like mid-May, which kind of sucks. We have another one of these Hymnus cards, another one of that guy. Oh, we got Condemned Dark Lord Link 2, Synchro Transcend, Psyframe Lord Omega. Oh my gosh, I used to play... Who's been around long enough to where you remember me playing this card in like every single deck possible? You know, every deck had 3 Brilliant Fusion, 3 Terratop, and 2 Omega in the extra deck. It was a good times. It was fun. Let's take a look here. I like these white packs with the different artworks. It really accentuates like what's actually going on for the actual card instead of having like the background of it messing it up. We have Hallow Giants, which is one of the new cards, one of the world premiere cards. It's really cool looking, but the effect is pretty bad. It's basically like a worse Mystic Mine, which is not very good. But Hysteric Sign, pretty cool. Witchcrafter Creation. Okay, so we pulled both of the Witchcrafter reprints. This was a pretty expensive card, actually, like $20 at least, which is insane for a deck that's basically just not competitively played at all. Card of Fate, okay, and Scrap Orthos. Pretty nice as well. This card had a lot of hype sort of recently when Scrap Wyvern first came out. I believe Asian Persuasion 2008 actually got a top at a regional with Scraps. Orthos was in his deck, and the card went up pretty high in value, which is pretty crazy. Last pack here, oh nice, Raid Raptor Y-Strix. This card is insanely powerful. It's going to be super good. Played a lot in Lunalights especially, so expect to see this card at tournaments. It's really good. Gigaplant, pretty cool. Does this have a hollow reprint before this? I don't think it does. Maybe it does. I don't know. I feel like I've said that a couple times, but it's hard to keep track of all the cards like this, but that's pretty cool to see it in ultra rare. We have Lib, the World Key Blade Master. Pretty good card. So, oh my god. Wow, this pack's insane. These two cards are going to be played all alongside each other all the time. Samorg, Bird of Sovereignty. So that's like one of the most hyped cards of this set. You know, like I said, people, when this set was first announced, talked about Needle Fiber a lot, but nowadays it's talking about this, it's talking about this, and it's talking about Union Carrier, so that's pretty cool. And this guy as well. The main combo is that you summon this, and then you use the Union Carrier to equip a Mist Valley Thunderbird to this card, and then in the end phase, this thing will summon an Apex Avian from your deck, which gives you infinite negates because the Apex Avian can bounce the Thunderbird that's equipped to this, and then whenever the Thunderbird is bounced back to the hand, you get to special summon it for free. So you basically get infinite negates at least once per chain, because Apex Avian's only once per chain, but infinite negates just off of summoning this and a Union Carrier, which is pretty crazy. But we didn't pull like the biggest chase cards like Needle Fiber and Anaconda, but we did pull these two and Union Carrier, which is great. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's opening though. I'll catch you next video. Goodbye.